What's up, YouTube? I hear you want some gains. Hear you're looking for some gains. Well, you came to the right place. OG knows exactly what you gotta do, and this video is going to help bring some awareness to get your gains to a higher level, to the next level, because that's what I'm here for, all right? So, some disclosure from the last video, I didn't do much editing. I just edited it with some picture layovers, put some videos over there, cut off the front, cut off the end, and I just uploaded that shit. And guess what? It happened. I was almost gonna put it aside, but I was holding myself accountable using my, my own coaching tips. I'm like, yo, you gotta follow through on your word. Your word is your bond. And guess what? It freaking happened. So it's the next day, I'm doing it again. You guys are getting 2 uploads, that's 4, 2 uploads in a row, 2 days in a row. And eventually I can get a cameraman, I can get an editor. I just gotta hit it big on cryptocurrency, Once I'm crypto rich, I'm gonna hire a camera crew and an editing crew, and then you're gonna get some high quality content. But until then, we're not editing shit, all right? We're just going to keep the camera rolling. Now, you guys could probably get into Cardano. That's a high quality cryptocurrency investment right there. Get you the gains, right? Go all in, right? Selfless. That was like a selfish pump. I'm pumping Cardano right now. But yeah, high quality crypto investment gets you that high quality financial freedom, and you guys are going to get some high quality results in your fitness journey with this video. You like that segue? Yeah, I don't know. But let's get right into it. So, back in the day, man, or even to this day, in current present time, you will look in the gym and you will find that, no one really looks that impressive. I mean, there's going to be a handful of guys, but, something's a little fishy with those guys, right? But the majority of the gym goers, they don't really have great results. And you'll notice, year over year, these same people, they're super consistent, but the results kind of stay the same. And in some cases, they get worse. They're getting fatter, their muscles kind of decreasing. And you would assume that because they're so consistent with it, because they are grinding and going year over year, that they're applying some pretty decent strategies, some pretty decent protocols. And that's basically what we're going to touch on, because they're probably not. So when we see these people, right, they're kind of giving average effort, and average effort gets you average results. It's that simple, guys. You guys got to get it through your heads. Average effort gets you average results, and that's a low quality strategy in my opinion. We got to apply the high quality strategies at scale every single time. So when we dissect their training, we're looking at these people that just aren't making any gains year over year. Maybe it's you. We got to dissect their training, and we realize that, or we observe that they're going way too heavy on these lifts. They're attacking weight that they can't even manage to do. I mean, they can do it somewhat, but they're doing half reps. They're not going all the way down. Just really struggling with this heavy weight. And this comes from, just people falling for social pressures. Everyone's always asking how much can you lift? How strong are you in this? And this kind of plays into the mindset of oh, I'm gonna just go to the gym and lift as heavy as I can, and I'm gonna make all the gains, right? I'm just gonna keep doing this and keep doing half reps on the bicep curls, even though it's 80 pounds on the curl bar, and I'm gonna get results because I'm moving up in weight. That is not the case. And then we look at their rest time, And the rest time is like, are you even at the gym, bro? Like, are you like in social media world? Because you are on your phone for way too long in between sets. This is like that low quality strategy that I'm talking about. Like, that is not high quality. A high quality gym session should be boom, 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 bam. Like, motherfucking, you finish that set, you take your break, you jump into the set again. You finish that exercise, you immediately plan out your next exercise mid-exercise, right? And then once you're done re-racking that weight, you go get your water bottle and then you head right over to the next exercise and you execute that first set immediately. This is how I train, guys. That is what I consider a high quality strategy, all right? So let's get back on track here. So you're gonna get a lot better results doing manageable weight, all right? So the average Joe, he's going to the gym a lot, still not making results. Like, you gotta lower the weight, all right? The more manageable the weight is, the higher quality reps you can get, right? You will be able to go slower. You will be able to get full range of motion. You will be able to get all those muscle fibers firing, because when you go way too heavy, you are contorting your body, you are letting other muscle groups come into the mix, and you're just taking away from the muscle that is at hand that you want to improve. So you want to use that manageable weight to get those quality reps. And this is super important when it comes to making muscle. You know, there are studies that show that the 1 rep max doesn't improve muscle development, man. And also, when you're going for like super heavy weight, 1 through 3 reps, right? Let's say you knock out 2 reps, but you have some energy in there, right? Maybe you could get 75% of the 3rd rep. You're selling yourself short, right? If you use manageable weight, you could have managed to get an extra rep or 2 and secured 100% fatigue, secured 100% energy used for that set, whereas going heavy and going for the lower rep range, you are leaving gains on the table, right? So not only are these people going way too heavy and not using manageable, challenging weight, but you know, outside the gym, who knows what they're eating, right? These guys have been going to the gym year over year and they're not improving. Like, what the hell are they eating, right? Probably like shit. I'm guilty for that, right? Like, the whole reason I started training was because all the older people, they were telling me that I'm gonna get fat one day. They're like, oh, you hold up, buddy. Once you get to my age, once you get to your 30s or, you know, my age, whatever, they're 50 or something, then you'll see. It's like, and then they also said stuff like how you're gonna lose all your hair too and stuff, or how I was, because I worked at a grocery store. I would talk to a bunch of different, you know, people, a bunch of different adults, and they would just scare me with this stuff. I'm like, okay, so I'm doomed to be fat. All right, so, and I love eating. I will crush a whole bag of Doritos. Remember those Dorito 3Ds? I don't know if they still make those. It's like a 3D Dorito where it's like a puff, but it's a Dorito. I would crush like a whole bag of those, all right? I love eating, all right? I would go to a buffet and eat my heart out, right? Grand Buffet is like a cheap Chinese buffet. I would crush it over there. And fast food, I loved eating fast food. I would go to McDonald's, I would drop that quarter in the little contraption that they had to get a free Big Mac. I had that shit figured out, all right? You gotta like shimmy it, and then you gotta like move the twisting thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. The thing that they used to have in front of McDonald's where you get like a free burger. Yeah, I would get that shit every time, and then I would go and buy like multiple double cheeseburgers, multiple apple pies, Yeah, Corbin Ransley knows what I'm talking about. He's like, yeah, the free burgers. Yeah, I got Instagram Live over here. If you guys aren't following my Instagram, like, what are you doing? Like, I got value on there, all right? YouTube family, just go to the description, hit the link, go to Instagram, and hit the follow button. And guys, if you're not following my YouTube channel, oh wait, I already went over this. But yeah, so basically I was eating like shit and I was like, okay, yeah, so this older guy is gonna be right. He's basically telling me my fate. And that's why I started working out. So a lot of people, you know, they kind of go to the gym, they train hard so they can eat like shit. It's a very normal thing. But like year over year, you're going to the gym and you are just gonna look average. I don't know if that's the real case. I don't know if that's really what they want, right? We got French fry emojis over here from Sujin. What's up? So basically, I don't think that's the case. I think they want to improve. I think they want to kind of look like me, right? Like they kind of want to look aesthetic. They kind of want to look shredded, and they kind of want a little bit more muscle than like just half a pound. I hear that quite what is the word? Frequently, right? People are like, oh, I just want to gain like a pound of muscle. I'm like, that's it? Like what? What are you spending all this time and investing all your time for? Is it really gonna prolong your life? Like getting all that fat removed is gonna prolong your life. The number one measure of optimal human health is low fat and high strength, which translates to high muscle mass, right? It's gonna help you endure what life throws at you, right? You might get crushed by a rock or something. You might, you know, some like barbaric stuff, right? But then the fat is the most important because everyone has adipose tissues, which are the fat tissues, but they all have different maxes from genetics to genetics. That's why you see like a lot of Asian guys, they'll be pretty skinny. They don't look obese, but their adipose tissues are maxed the fuck out, and that's why they're dropping dead with heart attacks. Yeah, pretty morbid, right? But once you max out the adipose tissues, the fat bleeds into the organs, and that's where all the metabolic diseases happen. You got fatty liver, he's like fat everywhere, just fat killing you, right? So that's why it's so important to get to a low body fat. But yeah, I don't think these guys are just doing this whole fitness thing to eat like shit and then look completely normal. So they gotta focus on their nutrition. How's that segue? Yeah. So high quality strategies applies to goddamn eating too. We cannot just focus on just optimizing our training. Obviously it's freaking important, but the nutrition is almost far more important. And I feel like the current paradigm, people are just lazy, right? They are just eating chicken, rice, and broccoli because their favorite bodybuilder does that. Well, let me tell you something. You're gonna need some steroids, all right? You're gonna need some steroids with that diet because the chicken breast is completely like not optimal. It's not the best freaking protein option to develop your muscle, and that's why I get all these replies like, what? You know, this bodybuilder, he eats chicken and tilapia and rice and broccoli and he gets results. I'm like, yeah, because look at him. He's juiced up. Like that's where steroids have an advantage. But when you're natural and you want to go the natural route, you have to focus on optimization and getting high quality strategies in every single pillar of the gains, right? And nutrition is definitely one of the most important ones. So the first thing I gotta go over is that nutrient density is king, all right? Just yeah. I'm imagining a fucking crown emoji. Let me get some crown emojis in the comments on this live. But yeah, nutrient density is king. All right. So yeah, chicken breast isn't nutrient dense. All right. You know what? Poor chickens, man. They live in a horrible environment. They eat bugs. All right. Their natural diet is bugs. But guess what they're feeding these chickens? They're feeding them grain. It's not even the right diet for the chicken, okay? And then the grain-fed animals, the nutrients is super low because the grain they feed them, which is a bunch of carbs, is absent of nutrients. This translates into a chicken breast that has absolutely no nutrition, right? I mean, it has some, but then if you want to go to the higher quality, the pasture raised, the organic cage, free roaming chicken, whatever. It's like, yeah, they're free roaming in the chicken factory. Like, it's all marketing. It's all just marketing to get you to think that this chicken is of a higher quality. And, we're going to get off this chicken thing in a second, but the chickens, they get slaughtered like they're nothing, right? They get put through they're scared to death, right? So there's like high stress, high cortisol in all this chicken product. So most of the chicken, even the high quality chicken like Purdue and stuff, even those options are just not that advantageous, right? It's all just a marketing scheme. But we're gonna find a lot better products in other categories like grass-fed beef, organic salmon. We got, high-quality pork products. These are all nutrient-dense protein options that are gonna get you the best gains. So we have to get this across into your head, right? Even my head, because I've got a lot of problem buying prime USDA ribeyes from Costco, all right? I'm like, God damn, this is kind of expensive. $18 a pound over here, spending like $150 on some ribeye. But you guys got to think about this. Like, we spend all this time, this one example is going to the gym year over year, and he's buying chicken, rice, and broccoli and rice cakes, which I absolutely hate. And then because it's scarce, it's nutrient scarce, there's like no nutrients in it. It's actually more expensive than high quality proteins. And I'll explain, because let's say that we're going to a fast food restaurant, we're going to Chipotle, and we're getting a steak bowl, and you get one scoop of steak, and you're paying like $11 for that. Guess what? That doesn't meet your fitness macro goals whatsoever. Do you know how much extra food you have to eat in order to meet your macros, right? So in a sense, that is expensive. It doesn't meet your fitness goals. I mean, you're leaving gains on the table if you don't fulfill everything that you got to, right? So when I have a high quality prime USDA steak that's grass fed, it's gonna meet my demands. It's gonna give me the nutrients, all the essential amino acids that my body needs to grow. It's actually going to be more cost effective because it is the same stuff they serve at nice restaurants, by the way. Like, you go to like STK or a nice steak restaurant, they're selling the same shit. Prime steak, prime USDA steak. You're actually saving money, but so when we spend money on higher quality food options, we're actually saving money. You have to think about it that way, because we are getting more gains, whereas the fast food and the rice cakes and the chicken breast, even though we think we're saving money, we're doing it to get more gains, we're not getting the gains, right? Because the body needs nutrient density, and it needs nutrients to grow, right? And this is the biggest thing. Like, you wonder why you feel weak. You wonder why your body's holding on to stubborn fat. You wonder why all these protein shakes and this chicken breast you're eating isn't really growing your body. Yeah, it's because your nutrient levels aren't being met. You're wondering why you're binge eating still and you can't hit your calorie target and you're still freaking hungry. Well, it's because it's nutrient scarce. The body will continue to eat until the nutrients are met. You eat a nice fatty steak, 16 ounces of nice ribeye, you're stuffed. There is a very good reason. I wanted to say finite, but I don't freaking know the definition of finite. But there is a very good reason why the steak fills you up, why eating a bunch of baby back ribs fills you up, why eating a bunch of salmon, you don't even want to eat the third fillet, right? Because they are very nutrient dense. So you guys got to think about it that way. And if you still think it's expensive, like you guys are going out every freaking weekend. You guys are going to nice fancy dinners and spending $200 a dinner. For what? Nothing that meets your fitness goals, right? If you want to spend all this time year over year and look the same and not improve and just keep on wasting your money on fancy dinners, nightlife, fast food, that's really not going to fulfill your goals. It's a waste of time, guys. It's time to get those high quality strategies into every avenue that's required to push your physique forward, right? Get the high quality training strategies in. Sacrifice those fancy dinners, the nightlife, and the fast food. Guys, buying a round of drinks for your friends, that's like $100. And then you gotta tip the bartender, that's like $120. You guys don't even flinch when you guys do that, right? You guys don't even flinch, just like, oh, it's date night. Let's go drop 300 at freaking, Kevin Rathbuns, Ruth Chris or something, right? So, in a sense, it is not that expensive. I get it. When we go to the grocery store and we're like sitting in front of there and we're like looking at it, it's like, oh man, it's kind of expensive. But you guys got to think more macro, right? Like, what are you wasting your freaking money on? What are you wasting your time on? Like this, we got to get these results quick, man. Time is wasted. Have some sense of urgency, all right? So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. If you guys want to get high quality strategies in your life, definitely go to the description, hit the Typeform link, and fill out the application. We will set something up. We will see if you are a good fit to work with me, and I will get you in my program and change your motherfucking life, all right? So let's go to Instagram. What's happened? We got 6 viewers in here. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. We got some hearts going. Oh shit, we got the king emojis. Appreciate y'all. Let me get some ribs. Yeah, you know those ribs look good. We made some beef short ribs yesterday. Oh my god. So freaking fire. Like, you just, the name of the game for barbecue is you just gotta go as long as possible and that's it, right? People are like so impatient. They're like, yo, I'm hungry. Well, give yourself some time. Start the grill early because it's gonna need some sweet love, all right? Some sweet love with smoke to get really nice and tasty. That shit was fall off the bone and just amazing. Like, if you guys want some good ass barbecue, like if you got a date and you want to impress some girl or something, just smoke some like beef ribs on the rack. All right, it's kind of rare to find, so call up your supermarket, be like, yo, I'm gonna be over there by tomorrow. Cut me a goddamn beef rib rack, all right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, yo, keep cutting it this way, because like last time I came here, you didn't have it. We got some fire emojis. We got a goat emoji. I appreciate you, Sean. And we got the Real Will Talk joining in. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I will see everybody next time. See you, IG. Bye-bye, YouTube. And I'm going to get this thing uploaded. I'm not editing shit, all right? No editing at all, all right? Someone get me a goddamn camera crew and a video editor, and we'll talk, all right? But until next time. Peace out.